So nice of you to visit again.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Hello, everyone. I wanted to welcome you back to Murkwater Construction, and let's just reload there. Um, so I have done some stuff off camera. The reason why I did that was because I felt like it was probably going to be a bit of a mess. So what I needed to do was empty out this barracks and get all of the beds out of here. So as you can see, there's still some beds in here, but I'm hoping I can take care of those. And so what I did was I built some housing for some people, and I built it back here. And the reason why it was going to be a bit kind of a mess is because I had actually built one before, and I ended up with a couple ladders down here, and it was a hard, a big mess to get in and out of. So I wanted just a single ladder to be able to come up and go over to this um, room or these rooms here. So I've thrown in a bed, and we have some beds in here. And then I also went downstairs, and I have some beds downstairs. So this one here, I had never used this little bump out piece here, and I thought that'd be a good spot for a door. So it doesn't quite sit right, but when you close it, it's not too bad. It gives a nice little room here. I'll probably have to end up moving some of these plants just so they're out of the way, because it gets very annoying to have all these people back here. And then back here, we have two more rooms, and we have a double here, so we should be able to get a couple of people in here. And then if we come over to this one, we have just a single room in here. And so this gives us, between these total of 6 rooms, this gives us a total of 7 beds in here. And so I put 2 in because this is a bit of a bigger space. I figured more space, 2 people could live in there. So if somebody's a man and a wife or whatever,
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a
you got to
time.
propagate the humanity. So I had also, we have our normal beds in here. I don't know if I did this last time. I showed this last time, but I put a bed up in here. And also we have beds upstairs here. So we have a bed here. I put up the half wall to kind of make a little bedroom space, because this is also going to be a shop. So I figured, we'll make the bedroom space kind of private. Pardon me, Piper. Let me through that door. Okay. And then we came in here, and this is going to be a doctor's office. And so I needed a wall in here as well. And so we have a little private spot for a bed in here. We may end up putting another couple of beds in here because it's supposed to be the doctor's office or whatever. So we may end up doing that. And due to some recommendations of people, I went ahead and made this a patio. And Liz at More to Me for Life had recommended possibly glitching in a roof if I wanted to have a roof over the top, which is something I may be able to do. But I don't think it's absolutely necessary. The big thing I'd be worried about is how it ends up tying in with the rest of the roof and making it look still good. So that's what I've done off camera. I also, one other thing that I did do is I made this like a little kitchen. And so we threw in some tables and chairs and all that kind of stuff. This is kind of like a bar, so we put a bench in and made our what do you call those, booths. Boy, my mind just went blank. Been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. Been a long day. I made my own booth. I know that we have the booths and they came with the Vault Tech stuff, but I just wanted to kind of roughen it up. And some reason this guard dog, all of a sudden everybody started fighting it, and that was a bit disappointing because I don't know why they were fighting my guard dog. And let's go ahead and get this out of here. I don't know why they were fighting my guard dog, but they did. And once they killed the guard dog, everything was good. But the guard dog had been there for the entire time, and there hadn't been an issue. Just uh, the other day when I was building that one space, all of a sudden they decided to kill the dog, and so that was a bit disappointing. Let's find the head. Yeah, poor dog. I like that dog. Should probably take him a bit farther out. Yeah, we'll deposit him out here. Maybe a rad scorpion or somebody will get him. Come here, Pooch. Sorry. I know. You were a good puppy dog, too. Maybe you went rabid. That'll teach you. Let that be a lesson to all the rest of the dogs in there. We don't mess around here at Murkwater. Okay, so um, there you go. One of the things that I hadn't shown yet, and I kind of want it to be dark to show this, so I will show this. Um, I I will show this when it gets dark. So let me take care of that. Okay, so it's not quite as dark as I would like, but it should be dark enough. So there was a couple people that had made the recommendation that this is going to be a bar, and they had made the recommendation that maybe I lowered it down a little bit because initially I kind of wanted the cattails to come up. And so what I did was I went ahead and tore it all apart, completely tore it all apart except for two of the foundations, and put up, lowered it down to where the cattails would be sticking up, and then I put mesh down so that way the cattails would actually be going through mesh instead of solid floor. And then what I did was I put it, pardon me, I put in the green vault lights. So at night, this will have a nice green glow to it. Well, maybe not quite as much of a glow, but some nice green light in here. And I thought that would be kind of cool. So I haven't done anything as far as decorating this yet. We'll put a bar in here and all that kind of stuff, and some tables and everything. And then up here, what I may do is whoever the bartender is, I may go ahead and give them a room up here, and so they'll have their own room. And then I think we'll put some slot machines and pool table and that kind of stuff. But we'll get to that when we decorate it. So the plan is I'm going to build everything on camera, and then I'm going to decorate it off camera, and then we'll do a final walkthrough. So as you can tell, I don't have any lights or anything over here yet. I don't have a whole lot of anything, so yeah. And if you look here, I'm working on, and this won't necessarily be part of the video or anything, but I'm working on enclosing this former shed. So I'm going to enclose this in if I can, and get a roof over it and all that kind of stuff. So it's not just a pole barn without the walls and stuff. So I know On a Whim 7737 did that, and I kind of wish I would have done that before I built everything else, because I thought it was a great idea. But I wish I would have done that before I built everything else, because I don't have a lot of room to mess around in here. Just way too many things in the way now. So anyway, that's what we got going on, and the next time I will be tearing down this and rebuilding it as something slightly different. And so we will kind of work through that. I'm going to be restricted as to the lines and where I do that at, because as you can see, the building, if those of you that weren't paying attention before, the building actually sticks out through the build area. So I will have to be quite restrictive as to or careful anyway, as to what where I build and how I build it. Oh, okay. All right. So I think that's about everything. I've got another. Let's go ahead and open this up. We'll see what we get. What do we have for him, Bob? Another just regular charred dude. I may just have to start killing these things just to go ahead and repair that. And I may have to start killing these things because I've got several of them walking around. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit different. Maybe a glowing one or something. I might have to start killing them until I get a glowing one. But hopefully I can kill one of them without everybody else freaking out on me. So we'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Alright. Well, let me know what you think of my building in the back. Let me. One other thing. I didn't really talk about it, but I did kind of show them. I had been having the idea of using these as supports and braces. I don't know if I mentioned it in a previous video. That was something I was looking at doing or whatever. But I went ahead and did it, and I put them up there, and it's not too bad. It's kind of a pain to get them up there, and they don't make great contact. You have to really work to get them in place, but I think they're kind of cool. I can hang some stuff off of here and that kind of stuff, and kind of add to the look and the texture and stuff like that. So I did two there.
Yes.
And I did one here because I didn't want it just hanging out. So I did one there. I could have put another one on this side, but it's right along there, and I feel like it was all kind of tied together there. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think of everything. And yeah, I will be building up this thing next time. Thanks. Bye.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Turn it